This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hello everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Now recently I've been playing a lot of Space Hulk. Matter of fact, I did one on a Saturday, a mission recently, and pulling that out makes me realize how much I love that game. Now, I don't know what Games Workshop has in the future for Space Hulk. Every couple of years they'll come out with the same set, re-release it. It sells out. Why? It's a great game. It's beautiful. It's aesthetically beautiful. Okay, the models are perfection. The quality of the boards and the dice and the rule book, how clean everything is. There is a lot to this game, and it always is so well balanced and so much fun. I play it solo, and even though I know where I want to go, just letting this Gene Stealers go, yeah, he's going to go that way, or the Gene Stealers, well, you know something, we hear a noise. I always play it like they hear a noise. It's an experience that you could play with friends, which it's just phenomenal, which is a word I use a lot, to playing it solo and getting so much out of this just great experience. It's one of the all-time greatest games, which brings me to a point that, if they are to come out with it again in the next year or so, do you want the traditional we'd be just happy seeing it come back as another, as a full box set like we have already, and just say, okay, that's great? Or do we need the expansions, which I've talked about in the past, Gene Stealer, Deathwing? Or are you ready for something totally new? Would it be a violation of Space Hulk, those that are passionate about it, if they were to come out with a version redone, remade? I mean, what are people's thoughts? And I'm putting this out there, is they change a lot of things when they came out with Warhammer Quest. Now listen, I am very passionate about the original Warhammer Quest. It is a game that means a lot to me, and I'm very passionate about it. Still one of my all-time favorite games. But when they came out with the Age of Sigmar version of Warhammer Quest, I was taken back with it at first. Played it and went, it's okay, but it's still not my Warhammer Quest. But as I kept on playing it, I enjoyed it more and more, and we really enjoyed the experience. And then, of course, Blackstone Fortress, taking our Warhammer Quest and putting it in the 40K universe, I was like, okay, I can see this, and still enjoying the heck out of this. With Space Hulk, what if they were to do that? What if they were to take and remake our game, a game that we're very passionate about? Would you be accepting of that? For instance, we've just got the 9th edition, and Necrons are the baddies of the moment. What about Necrons on a Space Hulk? I mean, what are your thoughts about them redoing it, and instead of, the Blood Angels and Deathwing, maybe Ultramarines trying to, as these Necrons try to take as much technology and artifact that they can to help them conquer, and are going around with and husking these Space Hulks, and we, the Space Marines have to stop them, or Eldar, or whatever they come up with. Would you be accepting to something like that? Would you say, okay, this is new life, breath into my Space Hulk? Is this is this just new, everything that I could possibly, and I'm not talking about those Barnes and Noble one-shot things. I saw they came out with something, a couple of things that I have, actually played on the table here, and went, okay, a very light version of things. I'm talking just bringing out that $300 box set of Space Hulk, redone, remastered, reimagined, with new content, new missions, new foes? Or are you a traditionalist that says, no, when you talk about Space Hulks and the things that are on Space Hulks, it's always Gene Stealers. It's always Gene Stealers, because they can't hear you scream in space. But the Magnus and the the Gene Stealer cults, are these things that are sacred to Space Hulk and shouldn't be messed with? So these are the questions that I ask you guys, and I would really like to hear your thoughts. For me, I'm kind of torn because of the tradition of the original Space Hulk, but I want those. I gotta have updated expansions. I've got to have Gene Stealer, and I've got to have Deathwing. Okay, I got to have it, and I keep praying that they'll do it. Who knows? I hope. But then again, on the other point, I'm kind of like, man, a whole new Space Hulk instead of Gene Stealers, or maybe it's the three of them. Maybe it's a three-way death match. Maybe it's Gene Stealers are infesting it. Necrons want some of it. The Space Marines want to protect it and purify. There's a lot of different ways, and I start thinking about it, and I start feeling, maybe that would be kind of neat. But then there's part of me that really just says, nah, leave it alone. Just give me those 2 expansions updated, and I'll be a happy man for the rest of my life. So I put this out to you, and I look forward to your thoughts. I look forward to what you think and feel, and put your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. Traditional or just whole new reskin? Which one would you rather see? Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.